who's ready for some drama? I am. Okay, so here's what happened. So yesterday, I posted a video on YouTube about Madison Butler. Madison Butler has become notorious in the HR community for basically harassing people that she doesn't agree with politically and calling them out as racist on LinkedIn and on Twitter. And this is not just a little game Madison is playing. This is actually hurting people's lives. This is hurting people's careers. She's gotten people banned from LinkedIn. She's gotten people harassed at their places of work for doing this, and all for the crime of disagreeing with her politically. I laid this out completely in a 36-minute video that I posted yesterday on this channel. You can watch it, and I want to say clearly up front, and I said this in the video several times, and I absolutely mean it, guys. I do not want you to harass her. I do not want you to go after her, because we don't want to stoop to that level. She's trying to get people canceled. If we genuinely, as I say, I believe, do not believe in cancel culture, I'm not trying to get Madison canceled. My goal here is to get her to cut out the nonsense. That is the only goal that I have. Frankly, I could have used much more damaging information against Madison, and I chose not to do it because I'm firing a little warning shot across the bow that I am paying attention to what she's doing, and I will continue to talk about it if it doesn't stop. Well, predictably, she didn't stop. And I can't actually blame this on her. I don't actually know how much involvement she had in this, but here's what I do know. A lot of HR people are mad at me today. Oh no, the wrath of the SJW HR people is upon us. And actually, the reason I'm actually talking about this is because LinkedIn is also shadow banning me over this, and I'm going to prove it. LinkedIn is actually censoring me over this, and I absolutely have the receipts to prove it. So let me just lay it all out. This morning I sent a tweet. Yesterday I made a video about one HR pro, and I post her Twitter screen name because this is where she does many of her dirty work. I posted a video about one HR pro behaving very badly and trying to get people she politically disagrees with harassed and fired. The goal was to send a warning shot to get her to stop harassing people. Simple, right? Well, since I posted the video, she's locked down her Twitter, which is true. We'll just take a quick gander at that. Her Twitter is totally private. It was not private up until about 2 minutes after I posted the video yesterday, so she knew exactly what was coming to her. She's made her Twitter private. She's hidden her employer. If you actually go on her LinkedIn profile now, she's actually made her employer confidential because apparently what is good for the goose is not good for the gander. Now, I don't want anyone reaching out to her employer anyway, guys. That's not our job. That's not our business. It's their it's their business. It's their business relationship. But I thought that was a little bit curious that she made her employer confidential on LinkedIn. The other thing that happened is that there were a couple of posts about me. Now, one of the posts is a post that I put up on LinkedIn, and we'll just take a look at that here. I posted on LinkedIn. Meet Madison Butler. She is the VP of People and Culture. She is a VP of People and Culture who spends her time harassing people online with whom she politically disagrees. She's giving all people in human resources a bad name. And of course, I come with receipts, and I linked off to the video. So that was the post that I made. But then another post showed up as well. And so the thing of it is that if I actually try to find that post right now, I can't. Because either LinkedIn took it down, or I was blocked by the person that made it. But luckily, I have screenshots because I'm not a moron. Okay, like at some point in the past 24 hours, I had the frame of reference to just screen grab a whole bunch of comments on this post. And so what we're going to do in this video is I'm just going to walk you through some of the evidence that I have. I'm going to walk you through some of what people in the HR community are saying, and we're just going to have a little fun because, honestly, guys, what they're doing right now is these people are actively trying to cancel me because I called out their favorite SJW bully, Madison Butler, for what she's doing. Again, I don't want this to be a life-altering thing for Madison. I just want her to cut the nonsense and stop harassing people, but they're, as SJWs are prone to do, turning it up to 11. So we're going to go through some of the screen grabs I have. We're going to talk about some of the things they're saying. I am going to respond to them because I got to tell you guys, I had some fun with this last night. And since this is my professional name, I frankly think I have the full right and frankly responsibility to respond to it. But first I want to talk about LinkedIn. I want to talk about LinkedIn because when I linked to the post talking about what was going on, I started to get some messages from people saying that the links weren't working or that they couldn't see it. And so I just thought that you needed to be logged into LinkedIn in order to see it. But no, I actually now have proof that LinkedIn is shadow banning me. LinkedIn is absolutely shadow banning me. So I want you to look at what I have on my profile right here. I posted this 16 hours ago with this post on my LinkedIn profile. I now have confirmation from 3 separate individuals, and I have confirmation for myself because I looked at it in a different browser that LinkedIn is shadow banning me, because if this person went to the post on my account and it said that the last thing I posted was about white fragility 2 months ago, that wasn't the last thing I posted. I also have this screen grab from another person that I got this morning, and I have actually a third person who sent me a screenshot. I'm going to keep their information confidential for right now, but I want to show you what I found. So this is me logged into LinkedIn from just a dummy account that I created for this purpose. You can see Dr. Carlin's activity. I'm tagged in some stuff, whatever. Let's go to my posts. Oh, the first thing that LinkedIn has for me is showing up as 2 months ago, except LinkedIn, that I posted this post about Madison Butler 16 hours ago, which I have right here. Why are you shadow banning me, LinkedIn? Why? But that's honestly, frankly, like the least of my worries. And part of the reason that LinkedIn is doing this is Madison Butler is someone that they have actually lifted up and featured. They feature her as a Black HR voice to follow, and they promote her stuff, and so it makes sense that they would want to shadow ban someone talking about how she's harassing and bullying people and wanting to get them fired. My issue with this is not so much with Madison. My issue is with LinkedIn. My issue is with the companies that continue to support this nonsense. Listen, Madison Butler is 28 years old. She doesn't have that much life experience. She's got a lot to learn. I don't actually blame her. She's found a way where she gets lots of attention and positive reinforcement in the HR community, and they go, stunning and brave. Madison, stunning and brave for what she's doing. And so I actually don't blame her. She's found a little niche. She gets a lot of attention for it. She has a lot of followers for it because LinkedIn promotes her. And I blame LinkedIn because LinkedIn, which is a platform that is supposed to help people excel professionally, is now actively participating in trying to destroy people's lives because it disagrees with them politically, because they vote for Donald Trump, because they have different ideas about how to run the country. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I am absolutely a Trump supporter. I'm not okay with any of this. I'm absolutely not okay with this. This is a professional platform. This should not be a part of the work experience. And frankly, I'm going to call out all you people who are talking about politics on LinkedIn on both sides, both y'all being stupid. LinkedIn is a professional platform. The only reason I posted this on LinkedIn is because I was talking directly about someone who is making the HR community look bad, and I happen to have a lot of connections in the HR community. I think there are a lot of HR pros out there that are awesome, that would never do this crap like this for people that they politically disagree with, and it's people like her that is making the profession look bad and giving it a bad name. Anyway, so let's go back to these here screenshots, and you're going to see this is instigated by Tara, she, her, not the HR lady. Let's see who Tara is, because this is not the HR lady on YouTube. This is Tara's little show. She's got 3,200 subscribers, roughly, and that's going to become important a little bit later, like why I'm showing you this. We also have Not the HR Lady on Twitter. You can see she's right there. Now, Tara actually tried to convince me that she didn't have a Twitter account, so she blatantly lied to me. I don't actually know if I have a screen cap of that, but I said to her at one point, I was like, have fun on Twitter, dear, because I tweeted about her, and she's like, oh, I don't have a Twitter account. I don't know what you're talking about, as though I can't look you up, not only for your HR series there, but also then your personal Twitter account, which she's got 800 followers, whatever. Her web series has got 71 followers. We're not talking about people with a massive reach here. We're not. And listen, relative to some people on YouTube, I don't even have a massive reach, but I sure as heck have a bigger platform than Not the HR Lady, which again comes into relevance later. I'm not one to shame people for followers or subs or any of that, because I think that this is all silly, but it does become relevant as we go through the post. So that's who we're talking about. Let's take a look at some of the things that she posted. She initially started off, I've never even talked to this person. I have no idea who this person is. Posted on LinkedIn, I don't think you should hire Dr. Carlin Borisenko or her firm hashtag unwokehr/ZenWorkplace. Now, you're going to see me correct this, but I want to say this off the bat. UnwokeHR isn't mine. I have nothing to do with UnwokeHR. I just think that it's an awesome idea and an awesome platform, and I've sent a couple of tweets about it, but I have nothing to do with UnwokeHR except for occasionally DMing with one of the founders of it. That's it. That's all. Who, ironically, does work in dealing with and escaping from a toxic environment full of narcissists and bullies. That is true. My doctoral dissertation was about workplace bullying, and that's why I am able to really, really quickly ascertain what is bullying and what is not bullying. People saying things that you don't like are not bullying. People showing public information, because that's all I did in the Madison Butler video. I have things I could have shown that are not public information. I showed completely public information screenshots. Dude, that's not bullying. As you might say, that's holding people accountable for their behavior. And if you think workplace bullying happens at your organization, I can help you suss that out. Oh, she's basically copied from my LinkedIn. I need to update my LinkedIn. I haven't updated my LinkedIn in like forever. Want to know what's crazy? Tonight, she posted a effed 36-minute video about Madison Butler that's full of harassment and bullying. No, Tara, no. Talking about what someone is doing publicly is not harassment and not bullying. I am showing her harassment and bullying and trying to get her to stop. Like, what would you have me do? And this is the question I'm going to have for a lot of the people we're going to respond to in this little video. What would you have me do? It seems like the only thing that I'm supposed to do that is the correct thing is either ignore what Madison Butler is doing or say, yes, Madison, please continue to call out the racists and try to get them fired even though they're not actually racist and it's none of your flipping business anyway. So, upon visiting her site, I laughed when I read her work. I don't know anything of her prior to getting a text from Maddie. Oh, so this actually is Madison's little friend. I actually hadn't noticed that part of the post before. Madison has reached out and has asked for help from her people. Not a good move, Madison. I got a bigger platform than you, girl. I'm gonna win this fight. The quote above from her is from her site's about. Hello, making a video about someone and posting it all the internet is pretty much the definition of harassment and bullying. You can claim you can aid her at other people's organizations. Honey, you can't even manage to help yourself. I'm doing just fine. I love how all of a sudden all these people who try to cancel me are suddenly worried about like my career and my business. My business is fine, dude. I am doing just fine. You guys can relax. It's all good. The mortgage is getting paid. The roof is over our house. We even have lots and lots and lots of money to play with. Everything is all good. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central for BS-free news. The fireworks and effery should be pretty solid, both an open invite to the show. Here's the post she made. I really hope Tara talks about me on her little show. I really hope she does. Please, Tara, please talk about me. Please give me rent-free space in your head, darling. All right, so let's keep going. Again, I've got who we're dealing with right here. Here's her Twitter profile. Here's her web series. This is just the remainder of that post. Then she links to the video that she posted. Okay, let's keep going down the screenshots. I respond immediately. This is my first response to this post. Unwoke.hr is in my firm love, and that 36-minute video documents a month and a half worth of evidence of her bullying people, and I hope she learns a lesson in having it exposed. And my schedule is pretty full already, so I'll just have to live with your attempt to cancel me. Darn. She responds, cool, message still applies. I'm not trying to cancel you. You did that to yourself. Because these people always like to gaslight you when they're publicly trying to cancel you. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for them, I am uncancelable at this point. Which is, by the way, guys, it's the best feeling in the world. I am not afraid of these people at all. They really can't do anything to hurt me. Oh, it is the best feeling ever. I responded to her, go check your Twitter and have fun, basically because I tweeted about her and tagged her. It really wasn't all that eventful. You can see my Twitter. You can go check for yourself. She responds, this is what I'm saying. So, fun fact, I'm not on Twitter. I'm cool. Having a great time here with you. What? Don't want to play where the grown-ups are. Oh, you're not on Twitter? You're not on Twitter, Tara? Here's one Twitter account. Here's another Twitter account. Now, she might not tweet often. It looks like she barely even uses her personal Twitter account, but oh, we've got this one that is absolutely making tweets. So yeah, girl, you are on Twitter. You are on Twitter, and I hope you have fun with the traffic that I sent your way. Let's keep going. Oh, this was a screenshot. This might actually come up a little bit later. This might be something I edited just to kind of make fun, because I was actually taking screen grabs of this and like tweeting them in real time. So at some point she says to me, "What? You need old Donnie to retweet you or something? Not enough fans here. It's okay. We'll send some attention to you." So she's basically telling me flat out, "I'm going to send people to harass you," thinking that that's going to have any impact on me at all. And I respond, "Well, old Donnie has retweeted me." I don't know if she knew that or not, but I think that's still funny. Several times. He's retweeted me 3 times, actually. And 2 of them had to do with celebrating his ban on critical race theory you love so dearly. I'm just thankful that I could do one small part to kill it off for good, Tara. Then we've got Marvin here. Marvin is going to show up a couple times. Let's see what Marvin has to say. Of course, he's got Black Lives Matter in his profile, so we can always also got feminist in his profile. We all know exactly where this is going. Marvin says, "The doctor's video is a testament to the fact that she's rather bitter, jealous, and envious of Madison Butler." Nah, dude, I'm chill. "I could not for the life of me find any substantive evidence other than the feeble attempts at reverse psychology. She reiterated over and over again that Madison definitely must not go after and troll. Madison knowing full well that by telling people what not to do, they just might be driven to do it as a result." So what he's talking about is in the video I made several times, I say, don't go and harass her. And I mean that. Don't harass her. Like, there's absolutely no reason to. There's absolutely nothing to gain from it. But to say that there's not any substantive evidence, there's literally a 36-minute video of me going through dozens of her posts. Watch the video. You decide whether or not there's evidence. Dozens of posts. "Boo-hoo, doctor's only patient is herself." Nope. "Seems like she's spending too much time by herself in her solo echo chamber of lies and double standards." Nah, dude, I don't have an echo chamber and I have a lot of people around me, so I know it's hard sometimes. I know it's hard. Let's see. Tara says she's probably just going to, I wish I clicked see more. She's probably just trying to get that white money, because they think, guys, they really think, and you're going to see this play out in some of the other posts, they really think that the only people who are paying attention to me are white people. That's what they really think. You might want to, if you are not a white person, leave a comment. Let them know that you exist too and that your voice matters too. Then we've got Madison actually responds to the post saying, "Ugh." So apparently Madison isn't really that bothered. We're just going to keep an eye on her though, because she's going to open up her Twitter account at some point, and if she keeps tweeting harassing people, we're going to see what happens, Madison. "Yeah, sucks," says Tara. Now, Justin here. Justin is the executive producer of Not the HR Lady. He is the executive producer of this show. He says, "Wow." Justin's going to show up a couple times. We're going to have a little back and forth with Justin. Tara says, "Yeah, someone's schedule is so full, they have time to make an effing video about someone they don't know. That's adorable," tagging me again. "Clearly you are far too busy with your numerous clients. Who wouldn't want to work with a racist like you?" Well, we knew that was coming because, of course, I'm calling them out for bullying, and of course they're going to try to bully right back because that is exactly what they do. So on this one, I want to say, like, never mind. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later because there's actually a post where I directly respond to it. We're gonna come back to Marvin in a second. I just want to go down because I actually responded to Tara here. I said, "No." Oh, this is what I was gonna say. I said, "No, I'm taking a break from much of my work to focus on combating critical race theory and helping make sure Trump gets elected, so it will continue to be banned in any business that wants federal contracts. And I'm sure you'll be thrilled to know that I'm doing very well in it, actually. Apparently better than your little show." And the reason I said that, guys, is I am taking a break. Listen, critical race theory training has, like, taken over my industry. I'm still doing work, but I'm focusing mainly on one-on-one coaching. I'm also doing, like, one-off training, like virtual trainings and presentations. But really, the bulk of my energy right now is focused on YouTube. It's focused on doing the walkaway rallies. It's focused on creating content in support of what I want to happen in this election. I just think that that's a much more important place that I can spend my time right now. And so that is how I'm going to spend my time. And I don't particularly care if she likes it. Listen, the reality is that I have never employed people in my business. I've employed every once in a while, like virtual assistants and things. But the reason that I haven't employed people in my business is I always wanted to be able to scale it up or scale it down as I wanted to. I wanted it to be based on where I was, what I was doing, how much work I wanted to take on. And that's exactly what I built. Right now, I've scaled my business back to specifically the work that I want to do, so it frees up my time to do other things. And I'm really, really, really continue to be so grateful for your support, because it is your support in watching these videos, subscribing to the channel, sharing the videos. Those of you who are joined my locals are actually supporting me financially, donating to support this. I'm incredibly grateful for all of you, because you make it possible for me to do this. So I didn't have to go out and shill for critical race theory nonsense, which I could have done and I probably would have done pretty well at. But I really didn't want to. So thank you to all of you for making this possible. Let's keep going. Marvin, let's go back to Marvin. Marvin has tagged Forbes here because you guys know I sometimes contribute to Forbes. I haven't really been writing on there lately. Again, just because I'm like taking a little break. I really want this critical race theory stuff to kind of blow over, and then hopefully I'll go back and write just about work-related things and mindfulness and all that once the election is over. But Marvin's trying to get me canceled from Forbes. He says, Forbes, y'all really should do a better job at vetting who you let to contribute to what is, after all, supposed to be a prestigious platform with quality content contributors. And I respond to Marvin. I say, you guys are really trying to cancel people. You guys really only know how to cancel people, huh? Darling, I get more views and make more money in a single video than I do on there, meaning Forbes' platform, almost ever. I've almost 100,000 subs on YouTube. You can try to cancel me all you like. It's not going to work out for you. And that's the truth, man. I mean, listen, I like writing for Forbes. Forbes is fine. But really, it's like anything else. You have to really, really work at it to build up the platform. And, you know, if I did get canceled from Forbes, it's really just like not the end of the world. I mean, it would kind of suck. I really do hope I can go back and write about normal work-related stuff after the election. But if they want to cancel me, they can cancel me. It's like totally fine. I don't really care all that much. Let's see. This person says, sounds like she needs to take more of her own advice. Oh, wow. She went back. That's like an oldie, man. Wow. She found an old post. It's time for her to get uncomfortable. But legit, this is how an HR professional can support equal pay for women and anti-discrimination against LGBTQ plus IA, but then leaves out race and racism. Wow. And did anyone else catch that she openly supports killing people over what? I openly support killing people over stealing food? No, I don't. Where the hell did she get that? That is completely made up. Oh my God. What is she talking about? I have no idea. I have no idea what she means by that. But she did find this image. I created this so long ago. I think I created this before my book launch like 3 years ago. Stepping outside your comfort zone is inherently uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean you can't do it, which is true. But I'm not talking about white fragility. That's not what I'm talking about. And if you knew the context of my book, you would understand that. Okay. Kristen here says, Madison Butler, that looks like a perfect opportunity to use the meme I sent you. Yes, Madison, please. Please use the meme, Madison. Please. Please. I beg you to use the meme, Madison. This person says, looks like she has a super fan who has devoted whole 35 minutes on their platform, plus social media research. This is hilarious. How can Madison even know who the racists are on LinkedIn except they comment on her content? Yes, you know what they comment? They comment things like, I like the traditional family, and I do not believe that Black Lives Matter should be looting and rioting. That's what they say. And then they say, you are a racist. Let's see. Oh, this is another screen grab I took from someone who commented on one of my posts. I just thought this was kind of funny. This person actually commented on this post. I don't know, this must have gotten out of order. So this is actually my original post that I made on LinkedIn, which I have to show you in screen grabs too, even though I can show you actually someone whose name I want to keep private is direct messaging me on LinkedIn, so I'm not going to show that. But I could actually show you this post on LinkedIn, but I think that Tara blocked me or something, so I can't see her responses to it. So we're just going to go through the screen grabs as I have them on this post. All right, we got Leslie here. Leslie's supporting me. She's saying, thank you for bringing this to our attention. Kim D says, my video of Madison, this is an example of cyberbullying, white privilege, and racism. And I have been following Madison Butler, and my assessment of her post is that she speaks truth without using tact and diplomacy, i.e. sugarcoating reality. So that bothers a lot of white people via their white fragility. And then I respond, no, this is an example of someone going through a person's public Twitter profile and making a video about what they are doing publicly, which is exactly what I did. I didn't post any information that was not completely public by Madison herself. So if it makes you HR people feel uncomfortable that I am simply showing exactly what Madison is tweeting and posting, I mean, I think you should probably step outside your comfort zone and learn to live in the land of discomfort. After all, you wouldn't want anyone to accuse you of being fragile, would you? And I got Leslie defending me there. All right. She's got some links. I didn't even bother to look at those because really, what's the point? Ooh, this one's a good one. Kirsten, because they're always named Kirsten when they do stuff like this. No, you racist grifter. You give people who work in HR a bad name. You have some nerve creating this false narrative. Well, you know it's white supremacists and all manner of bigots like you who harass her. Stop spreading lies and leave her alone. I'm not spreading lies, dude. I literally showed what was in her dang Twitter profile. Like, I showed her tweets. If you want to interpret her tweets differently, but like, there's no lying. I literally showed a metric F-ton of her tweets. Like, stop trying to gaslight people, man. And I just responded, I don't work in HR actually, but thanks, which I don't. I've never worked in HR. I work with a lot of HR people, but I've never been an HR professional. Justin Boggs, the producer of the Not the HR Lady show, says, she's gross. She knows, because a white man calling a woman gross isn't bullying at all, right, Justin? It's not bullying at all. Leslie's defending me again, and thank you, Leslie. I appreciate the defense. And by the way, guys, I know LinkedIn, you have to use your real names and stuff. I don't expect people to stick up for me on LinkedIn because I know it puts you guys in danger of getting harassed, just like these guys have harassed so many other people. So don't feel like you have to. I do not want you to put yourself in professional danger to defend me. These people can't do anything to me. These people can't hurt me. So I'm all good. We've got this person. Just honestly don't understand how the logic works here. You think Madison bullies people online, so you then go and bully her online to show her the way? Where's the lesson the logic doesn't stand? And I responded, you don't understand the definition of bullying. That's why it would be difficult to comprehend the difference. Cheers. And that's actually true. One of the aspects of bullying is that it has to go on over an extended period of time. And me posting one video showing Madison's Twitter timeline is not bullying. That's called accountability. Sam liked responding to me an awful lot. We're probably going to see Sam again in a second. Hang on. Here we go. Sam says, snarks and insults don't prove anything. And he had actually been responding to me quite a bit. Maybe we've got some other screenshots of Sam and I's little interaction. But at one point, I had just asked him, and I was very nice in all these LinkedIn exchanges. I responded, I thought I made it respectfully clear that I wasn't looking for your advice. Now, are you going to stop harassing a woman who has asked you nicely to stop? This is actually a nice little interaction right here with Felicia. Felicia absolutely loves Madison's Butler's post. She gives a couple examples of things that she loves. And I responded, well, you're allowed to like them. I'm allowed not to. Freedom. And Felicia responds, praise God Almighty for freedom. And I responded back, well, we can certainly agree on that. So I'm going to celebrate the little bit of common ground that we were able to find. So yes, Felicia. Listen, man, if you like what she's doing, like, I don't agree with you, and I'm going to call out that I don't agree with you, and I'm allowed not I'm allowed not to like it. I'm allowed to say that this is the very definition of bullying and harassment, to try to get people harassed and fired from their jobs, which is exactly what Madison's trying to do. But listen, man, Felicia was at least cordial. There was no back and forth. I mean, I'm going to consider that, in this day and age, I'm going to consider that a successful interaction. And, here, Tara just kept responding on my post. Actually, I'm going to show you this one first. So this is a post where this was like immediately after my initial post. Tara says, no one likes you. Or she was responding to, hang on. She was responding to this post. It used to be like right up at the top. And so she goes, no one likes this or you, which is, probably a little bit more bullying than me showing someone's Twitter timeline. But I responded with these stats on the video saying, see, that's where you're wrong. In 5 hours, almost 1,300 people have liked it. Right now, it's up to like almost 2,000, like something like 15,000 people have watched it. So Tara, I understand that. I understand your concern, but I'm doing just fine, girl. I'm doing just fine. So this is a little interaction later. She kind of kept coming back. Tara kept coming back and commenting on this post. She says, it's not why, it's why you don't have one, but okay, hang on. It's why you don't have but one sad, lonely, like, go back to Twitter with the rest of the trolls. And I responded, still jealous I have more subs than you, darling. Sam responds, I'll take perspective and decency over subs. And again, I think we're going to see this come up with Jason's post. Oh, here we go. So you can see, so at some point, the reason I bring up the sub stuff is at some point, Jason tries to convince people that I'm just paying for all my subs and I'm just paying to promote my posts. And this is why it kept getting brought up. Because again, I just want to point this out. Not the HR lady on YouTube has 3,200 subs. I'm not going to sub shame anyone. Whatever, it is what it is. When you're growing something, like I have been so blessed on YouTube that my channel has grown so quickly. I've been incredibly blessed and I'm incredibly appreciative of it. But when you're growing something, let's just look at the videos. I mean, they've really only been doing this for like 6 months. So 3,200 in like 6 months, I think for a lot of YouTube channels is actually like pretty decent. So I'll give them props for that. But the reality is that I'm not accusing them of paying for posts publicly on LinkedIn. So this woman at the top is questioning, how did I get so many people? She's responding to this. She's responding to this where I posted my stats. How did I get so many people to like and watch this video? She says, if all of these posts are promoted though, how many of these are real people, like bots for sale on the internet? Or maybe not, but wow, that traffic looks supreme. Probably so very white and pristine. Now, where they're confused, I think, and maybe they could just be making it up, but maybe they were actually confused. I think because they're seeing these little green icons right here, they think that I'm paying to promote those. No. What that means is that those videos are monetized. It means I'm making money from those videos. Not that I paid to promote them. It means that they're monetized. So I respond, I have almost 100,000 subs on YouTube, darling. They come in all shapes, colors, and sizes. I didn't pay for shit. Justin, again, who is the executive producer of this show. I bet that's Justin right there. You want to bet that's Justin right there? That looks like it could be Justin. Justin responds, who cares how many subs you have other than you? Well, dude, if you're a producer for a show, you really, and I mean really should care about the subs that you have. Like, that's part of the deal, man. It's part of how we make this sustainable and scalable, and so we can keep dedicating more time to doing this. And then he responds back to 100% paid for. Hilarious. You can have an instant view count, like, and comment count that looks real for not $99. Yeah, that's not what I did. And guys, like, let's if you want to prove to Justin that you're not all bots, go ahead and leave a comment below. You're also going to feed the YouTube algorithm when you do that. Really help me out. I appreciate it. So I respond to him. I say basically, like, you produce that show and you don't care about subs. Well, that's an interesting strategy. I just don't think it's going to get you very far. And then I responded later, basically saying the same thing, that I think you might be confused over the green icon. It doesn't mean I'm paying for it. It means I'm getting paid for it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for that. So basically, guys, this is what I wanted to show. I wanted to show that just by making a video about an HR person who is obviously bullying someone, I'm pissing off a lot of HR people. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to stop. Well, let me clarify. If Madison behaves herself, I will absolutely stop talking about it. I absolutely will. Again, if Madison stops bullying people and harassing people and posting on the internet, calling people racist who have done nothing wrong, you're not going to hear any complaints from me. I just want it to stop. That is the goal of this entire thing. But if Madison keeps it up and if these HR pros keep it up, guys, I have screen grabs. Fun fact, I have this little team of HR warriors behind the scenes who are not okay with any of this, who are giving me mass tons of information and screenshots about HR pros behaving badly. Okay? So if I need to use them, I will. My preference is that everyone just start playing a little nicely with each other. That is my strong preference. And if that's what happens, then I will go right back to talking about news and politics and critical race theory and all of the other stuff. But, I spend a lot of time working with HR people. I think that they do not deserve to have people like this represent them and behavior like this represent them, because so many of them are good, decent people that are trying their very best to serve the people in their companies. And I just think it's a shame when this becomes the face of HR. And I'm not cool with it. I'm not. All right. That's all I got here. I hope you enjoyed our little round of HR drama. And yeah, I'll see you soon.